Hi, I'm Bryson. When thinking what to research for this assignment, I really thought about what a supportive learning environment looked like or meant to me. And the main feature that kept popping into my head was that my students felt encouraged or safe to take risks. I feel like the main reason students don't do that, especially in high school, is because they don't engage with the material that's being taught. I was guilty of this. I'm sure students still say it today. When am I ever going to use this stuff outside of this class? And I guess that's the reason why today the emphasis is more on teaching for transfer. If the goal of schooling is to help students transfer what they have learned in school to the everyday settings of home, community, and work, learning should be organized around the kinds of authentic problems and projects that are more often practical in non-school settings. So, for example, school was more of an emphasis on individual work, when real life is much more collaborative. School is more mental work or abstract thought, where in the real world it's more using tools, technologies, and strategies to overcome problems. More, I would say, contextualized reasoning. So it's important for teachers to help students understand the importance of what they're learning, how it will impact their educational lives, and how to apply what they're learning in different authentic situations. So a couple weeks ago, I had the privilege of going to Steve Revington's seminar on authentic learning, and I loved it. It was really creative, and allowed a way. It was a creative way for students to take knowledge and skills that they have learned and to create a real, tangible product with that. It also allowed parents to get involved in their child's learning, the community to get more involved in the school, and really for me to stop being a dictator at the front of the class and more a facilitator, asking guiding questions and being that support system to help students get over any roadblocks that they might encounter on the way to the end goal. There are some drawbacks to authentic learning. It requires a lot of parent involvement and planning for it to be successful, and that might not always be impossible. My cohort is urban education, so we learn a lot about equity issues in the inner cities and how parents can't really always be involved in their students' learning, or in their child's learning as more affluent areas. So that might dictate how deep into the process we can get or what activities we can do, but it definitely doesn't make authentic learning impossible. And I think it's really important to do, especially in those situations, to give kids that tangible product to see how they can use this learning in real life to help them. So when planning these lessons, teachers must ask themselves, what is it about what I am teaching now that will be of value, of use, and a source of understanding for my students at some point in the future when they are in a different situation than they are in right now? So on top of that too, kind of like not where we are in the curriculum, but where might this learning be going? What's the end goal here? That's so important for transfer, and authentic learning makes it so easy to do that. Authentic learning strategies allow the students to use skills and knowledge that they have acquired in a practical, tangible way, seeing exactly how they're going to use all this stuff when they graduate. It also gives students a chance to collaborate with their classmates, to get more connected, to make friendships, to make connections between multiple disciplines, between different concepts, to work together, and to take risks, which I think is the most important thing in creative, supportive learning environment. So because of that, I chose authentic learning, learning for transfer from Steve Revington's seminar, and a little over 2 minutes, but I hope you liked it. Thanks.